A lot of us love our thrills from time to time, but at the same time, we also desire safety. This is why we try to go to amusement parks that offer something different, but also don't compromise on our well-being. Due to the penchant of extreme sports, water parks have been enjoying a lot of success in recent years. From the world's tallest and fastest water slide to the longest, there are attractions that will test the courage of the bravest thrill seekers. Unfortunately, there have been some serious incidents inside water slides all over the world, which is why some of the most insane water slides have been banned. Some of the incidents that happened on water slides are absolutely horrific. So guys, buckle up. Make sure you're sitting comfortably as we tell you all about some of the most horrific incidents that happened inside a water slide. Now, before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Number 10. Schlitterbahn Waterpark. In 2016, a young boy lost his life in the most gruesome way imaginable when he plummeted down the water slide at a high speed. The impact was so severe that the 10-year-old was decapitated. The young boy's gory death happened at the Vertigo water slide at the Schlitterbahn Waterpark. The slide was nearly 170 feet high and helped riders reach speeds of 65 miles per hour. Following the incident, the ride shut down for good. Number 9. Austin Incident. One poor guy decided to enjoy a harmless water slide, but little did David Salmon know that he was going to be in for a ride that would haunt him for the rest of his days. While cruising at superhuman speed generated by the slide, David flew off the ride completely and landed on a rocky patch 15 feet below. Fortunately, the resident of Austin was able to survive the tumble and had a broken arm and fractured ribs to show for his efforts. A friend was even able to capture the scary moment, which went viral, but at the end of the day, David survived, and that's all that matters. Number 8. Death at the Hydro Water Slide. The Hydro Water Slide at Oakwood Theme Park in Wales is considered the fastest and wettest ride in Europe, but I think they should also consider it the most dangerous, since it led to the death of a teenage girl due to poor safety checks. 16-year-old Hayley Williams decided to go to the Hydro attraction, but little did she know that the seat guard was not very thorough about securing her seat. Sadly, she fell 100 feet to her death. But what really makes our blood curl is the fact that just a year after Hayley's death, Oakwood Theme Park used the same water slide as part of their marketing campaign. Number 7. California Water Slide Incident. When a new theme park opened in Dublin, California, locals must have been excited to see another activity offered for them. However, the water slide on offer at the park did not get off to a great start. A young boy decided to be one of the first thrill seekers on the water slide, and he suffered quite a painful end to the ride after he flew from the edge of the slide, named the Emerald Plunge, and fell on to concrete below. Luckily, he didn't fall from a great height and only had a few cuts and scrapes to show for it. The Emerald Plunge has an 80-foot drop and cost around $43 million. Since the incident, though, the water slide has been banned as its owners try to come up with ways to make it a safer experience. Perhaps removing the concrete would be a good way to start. Number 6. Action Park Facility. The Action Park facility in Vernon, New Jersey already had a very bad reputation. The amusement park has actually claimed the lives of 6 people in recent years and is definitely one of the most dangerous water parks around. In recent years, there have been numerous cases of people drowning. One park visitor suffered a heart attack during a ride, and another poor soul was electrocuted. In fact, an employee also lost his life after a ride veered off the tracks. People say that the theme park has the worst staff imaginable, and their attitude towards safety is non-existent. But somehow, this park has managed to stay in business, which is mind-boggling to say the least. Number 5. St. Pie Water Slide Incident. In 2006, 7-year-old Alexis Auclair had his feet severed after being sucked into the drain pipe of a water basin at the water slide of St. Pie Amusement Park in Canada. In order to get him out of the drain pipe, his legs had to be amputated. According to the management of the Bromont Aquatic Park, the fences covering the drain pipes are inspected every day. What's more, 30 to 50 lifeguards provide security at the site, which can accommodate 4,000 visitors. This was the first major incident to have occurred at the park, which has been around since 1984. And since the 2006 incident, it's been smooth sailing for visitors. Number 4. Vertigo Water Slide. The slide was installed at the Aqualand theme park in Fréjus, France in 2018. but after 2 incidents in as many weeks, has been shut down for good. 4 people were using the slide and were thrown out of the slide at the final turn. They fell 2 meters on the gravel and were eventually rescued. A similar incident happened a few months earlier, so the park management decided to close the attraction until further notice. Number 3. Calypso Waterpark, Ontario. Sylvian Provost says that his life changed in 2011 after a visit to the Limoges Water Park. Apparently, the visitor suffered multiple fractures after colliding violently with a young woman who was stuck in a slide as he came at full speed. The Aqualoop slide is intended for thrill seekers. The visitors are placed inside a closed cabin equipped with a removable floor. An employee opens the floor, releasing its occupants into the void, which sees them reach the end of the slide at a 2.5 G force spin. The water park in question is already on the wrong side of the law and has been fined on numerous occasions. Number 2. Plapassaqua Waterpark. It is still the vagueness that surrounds the circumstances of a serious accident at Plapassaqua de Hanot. Earlier this year, a man set off on course for the Wild River waterslide and landed in the basin. After making desperate gestures with his arms, he sank to the bottom of the basin. CCTV footage clearly showed that the lifeguards did not intervene until several minutes later. By that time, the man was already unconscious. The man was then taken by the emergency services and transported to the hospital. There, doctors felt his life was in danger. This incident comes about 10 days after another that nearly cost the life of a child in an outdoor pool. The intervention of a visitor at the park saved him from drowning. Number 1. Flume ride disaster. This incident is not for the weak-hearted. A few years ago, a log flume ride in Siam Park in Thailand was the scene of one of the worst waterslide disasters in history. An electric power failure occurred at the worst moment possible. The failure resulted in the ride's water pump to dry out, as one group was still on the flume ride. The water pump failure was so severe that the log flume plunged to a 66 feet fall, with 6 people on board. The incident resulted in the death of 1 woman, while 5 others were severely injured. However, this was nothing compared to the water park tragedy in California in 1997, when 33 teenagers decided to celebrate their graduation with a visit to Waterworld, California. 33 teens took the ride at once, not realizing that they had crossed the weight threshold. The ride collapsed. 1 student was killed, while the other 32 were badly injured. That's all in today's video. Don't forget to leave a like or comment and subscribe for more.